Hey you guys, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy. If you are new to my channel and you like DIYs and you like wood signs and you like a little bit of humor, then make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and you make sure that bell is on so you are notified every single time I post a video. All right, you guys, it's Monday. That means new opportunities. It's a new week, which means new crafts, and I am ready to show you what I made you for today. So you guys, we are going to be doing more DIYs using the new Dollar Tree calendars. Now I know, don't get crazy. They are hard to find, especially that farmer's market one. And that is why I am not just focused on the farmer's market one. I am going to be using the main four. So the farmer's market, the Be Brave one with the antlers on it, the Simply Blessed one, and then the beautiful one with the quotes and the florals and stuff. We are going to be using a little bit of every one of them. Keep in mind, 2021 hasn't even hit yet, so hopefully they'll keep rolling out these calendars, especially since they've seen how popular they are. So everybody, let's cross your fingers here. We are going to be making some super cute crafts with these. And just so you all know, I did not think of all of these by myself. I get super inspired by going on Pinterest, by going on Dollar Tree groups with everybody crafting and stuff. And I get inspired and then it sparks something in me that I'm like, hey, I could turn that into something else and make it my own. And that's what I hope my videos do for you guys. I hope it sparks some passion, it sparks some excitement, and it makes you want to get out your craft supplies and get going. So you guys, with that said, let's go ahead and get into these DIY calendar DIYs. That didn't even make sense, y'all. Let's just get into the crafts. All right, let's hop into our first DIY. These are the adorable magnets. You're going to need some Jenga blocks, twine, some magnets from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to use the back of your calendar for this here. So one box of the Jenga blocks is going to make all 12 of these pictures. So at first I tried cutting it out with an X-Acto knife. I thought, maybe this might be more precise. It'll give us some cleaner squares. So I tried that out first. Too time consuming. So then I tried this. If you have a steady hand, just cut them out. It was so much faster, and I think it gave it way cleaner lines than using the X-Acto knife. So you're going to cut all of those out of the back of your calendar. You're going to take your tumblers. You could stain them if you want. I chose to leave them natural. I'm going to take some of the gel super glue and hot glue, and we are going to piece 3 of these together. You can make them bigger if you want and just center the picture, or you could just use them little tiny baby ones just like this. And I just got this new mat from Arteza, and I really didn't want to get hot glue all over it. So I was like, hey, I need a piece of paper. All right, so I'm just using the hot glue just for an immediate hold, and why not? It's just like extra safety, you know? Safety first. Okay, we got that going. Now I'm putting the Jenga block on top of our calendar piece because it's not an exact square, and then I'm just cleaning it up with the X-Acto knife so it fits exactly how I want it to. And then easy peasy lemon squeezy, hot gluing it right on top of there. Look at how cute. That one's kind of crooked. It was my first one. Cut me some slack. All right, and then we're going to make, I think this one is the finger bow. Maybe not. I don't know. Yes, it is the finger bow. You guys, I have done a bow tutorial, so if this is not slow enough for you, I do this bow on there. So this is just like a cute way to add a little something to your magnets. And there we go. Tie it, twist it off, cut it, take it off your fingers, and then we are going to hot glue that on top of our magnet. I love, love, love how these turned out. Okay, I'm going to show you, I think it was 4 ways of doing this. Now these are the magnets. I'm just hot gluing one to the back. I actually just picked up a pack, and the new, I don't know if it's a newer version, but the magnets I picked up versus the old ones I had, they're actually bigger now, which I'm not mad about whatsoever. Okay, the next one, you guys. I did the same thing, 3, hot glued it on, same bow. I just wanted to, I guess, show you a repeat process of this one. So I didn't do anything different with these two. Look at how cute those are, you guys. These would be great gifts. Like for me, like if I'm shipping out an Etsy order, to like just include one of these as a thank you, or send these to your friend with a card, you know, just so cute. So this one we're just wrapping. I think I wrapped 3 times with the twine. I did hot glue every time I wrapped it, or else it just would have been loose and it would have come undone. And then again with the finger bow. And this time I'm going to go ahead and glue that to the side and stick it on there. These are so easy to do, you guys. And look at how cute they are. For this one, we are just going to get ribbon, and I am hot gluing this all the way around. Imagine, like, send these off with like your college student that's getting an apartment or going away. I think it's, or a real estate agent, super cute little gift to give. So continue that on, and then we're just going to make a little flat bow to put on top of this one so that you don't see where we kind of cut and glue right here. And that one's super easy. I'm just going to get a little piece of ribbon, as you see right here, and I'm going to glue it down into basically a circle, as you can see. Then I'm going to press it down onto itself, glue them together in the middle, grab another little piece of ribbon, and just covering that middle up. And this is going to go directly on top to cover our glue lines. And look at how cute she is. Oh, you cute girl. All right, you guys. So you can do this. Like I said, an entire box of Jenga blocks will do all 12 cutouts from the back of your calendar. And imagine doing this for all of the calendars that you get. I mean, these are great little gift ideas, you guys, and you don't have to spend a bunch of money. All right, DIY number 2 is this adorable calendar. Okay, so this one we're taking the Simply Blessed calendar. So at first, this is from Dollar Tree, you guys. I thought I could sand this, but it was covered in glue. So I had to take it apart. And as I'm sanding this down with the Dollar Tree sanding block, I see it has kind of like a wood look to it. So I was like, this is perfect. I'm just going to distress this down, not even paint it, and it's going to work perfectly. So trying to get all of the glue off with my X-Acto knife, because like I said, there was tons of glue on this thing. Even on like, I thought I was just going to leave it as is and paint like that blessed and grateful piece. And then I was like, there's no way, I have to take this apart. So right here, I'm just cleaning up the box of all the glue that's on the side so that when I glue it back onto the board, it's clean and sits flush. So for this, since you obviously saw the front was pretty bad, we are just cutting some shipping paper out so that we can cover that up, because obviously this is a standing calendar, so you don't want the back looking all fugly, okay? So let's take this off, turn it around, and as I usually do, we are just going to hot glue this right on top. And it's going to make it look clean. You'll see as I flip it around, like you don't even notice. Like you would not know that I hot glued that to the back. See? Voila. All right, now I'm taking just some ivory chalk paint from Folkart. This is just acrylic paint. Doing a fast brush over because, again, this is going to be kind of a little distressed look. Now I'm taking the same brush, taking some antique wax from Waverly, and I'm just brushing this on so that my numbers and like the months aren't a stark white compared to like the background and everything else I'm using. So this is just to make it look a little grungy, distressed, rustic. All right, so let's glue this baby back on. So stand her up, try to make sure she's as even as possible, taking my hot glue around that, and I cut all that excess glue off so it will sit flush with the back of our little calendar. And then after we are done with her, then cut all of them, you guys, not a couple, because we're going to use all of them. Cut them all out. Then I'm taking, this is just scrap greenery. I think this is boxwood. And I'm going to do this finger bow. So I wrapped it around quite a few times because I wanted it a little thicker. And then I don't know if it was because it was so thick, but it wouldn't like tie in a knot. But like I say, everything happens for a reason, because as I was undoing it, I had an idea. Light bulb just flickered and I was like, all right, let's make this easier on ourselves. So what I did was I'm going to grab that greenery and I'm going to stick it behind my little bow. Just like I do with my big wood signs, I always like kind of put the florals and the bow together and wrap them up, and look at, ooh, how exciting and brilliant. You're welcome, you guys. So yeah, I just wrapped it around the greenery, and then now I'm just going to glue it off and then cut that excess off, and now it's one piece. So instead of hot gluing the greenery to the board, having to wait for that, then hot gluing the bow on top, now it's just one piece, and now we could just hot glue all that. Then I put too much hot glue and I had to run really quick and get this clothespin. And then look, you guys, how cute she be. Oh my gosh. And this is why I said cut all of them out, because you can change these up as the seasons go. And this would be perfect on your office desk, on your craft desk, you know, like somewhere on a bookshelf. These are absolutely adorable. So I have 2 of these in my craft room, you guys, and I seriously never changed the date. So now, you guys, I was like, where are we going to keep all these little baby pieces without losing them? So I was like, you know what? We're going to make a little pocket back here. And this is where we're going to stash all of the other calendar pieces. That way they're there. We don't have to go somewhere and find them. We're not going to lose them. And they're nice and neat. So there you go. Look at how cute DIY number 3 is. Be brave, little one. I love this. So obviously we're using this calendar, and obviously the saying came from the picture itself. We are going to cut this out, and then we are going to cut out this entire thing, and I am cutting every little groove out, cutting as close to the image as possible so that I get a nice crisp little cutout. Let's repeat ourselves. And now I'm taking the X-Acto knife and I'm just getting like the white pieces that I couldn't cut off with my my big old scissors, getting the middle of them. I wish my little flyaways from my head wouldn't show, but it happens. All right, so cleaning that up. I'm pretty sure I cut the tip of one of those antlers off. So using blush pink, this is a 5.5 by 12 piece of wood. I had this laying around. It was already stained. It is stained early American, in case you are wondering. And I am just getting a chippy brush and getting messy with it. I'm not trying to be neat. And make sure you get your sides, because that would look odd if you didn't. And again, just messy brush. All right, when paint is dry, I am applying Mod Podge to the entire thing. And then we're going to place our image on top of that. I'm trying to smooth it down as much as I can. And then I am taking the Mod Podge. I believe this one's matte. No, this one's satin, I think. And I'm going to put the Mod Podge all over it. Now this was kind of getting a little ripply, so I tried to lift it and then put my Mod Podge back down. We're going to use a lot of Mod Podge in these DIYs, okay? So get that 50% off coupon and get some from Joann's or Michael's. Or they have the little tubes at Dollar Tree, but I think you're going to get more for your value if you use a 50% off coupon and get the big jug. Jugs of Mod Podge. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm so weird. All right. trying to get that tip of that. See the antler on the right? I'm pretty sure I accidentally cut the tip of that off, but you know what? Antlers aren't perfect, and neither am I. So I thought I was trying not to be extra, but of course I had to go and be extra. And I cut this Be Brave little one to put in the middle. This is the font Cookies and Milk, I believe. Coffee and cookies? No, cookies and milk. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's cookies and milk. And this is with like a fuchsia glossy vinyl. I just felt like it needed something more, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always extra. So just taking this and voila, she looks so cute. And now we are just going to add our hanger on the back. This definitely could be like a shelf topper too, but we don't really have any shelves, or I don't even know if we're gonna keep it. So this is just a sawtooth hanger. They come with little tiny baby nails. And so that's why I'm using the pliers to hold the nail while I hammer it in. And there she is. DIY number 57. Just kidding. I forgot. I think this is 4. So we are taking a charger plate. This is the wood looking one. I love it. And now we are going to use the Simply Blessed one. Again, because we used it with the calendar. And I'm obsessed with this image, so let's go ahead and cut that out. Gosh, so many things throughout the year that we could use these calendars for. Okay, so at first I thought I was just gonna cut around and use it like just like this. Just cut it and then use it. And I was like, nah, don't be lazy, girl. So I went around and I cut the entire thing. But I guess first I'm gonna show you that I'm painting this. I am kind of just, I don't want to say dry brushing because I do use a lot, but I wasn't too concerned with like straight covering the entire plate with white. I liked that you can see the wood through it. So, and this is Plaster by Waverly. Okay, now here I go. I am cutting all the little white sections off of it, and it just sat better inside the charger plate as well. So see how much that like, yeah. That is cute. All right, so get your Mod Podge out again because we're gonna use a lot of it any day now. Okay, so Mod Podging the plate first. These brushes, you guys, I got from Wally World. And now I am going to smooth this image down. It did get a little wrinkly, but you know what? I don't really stress about that too much, especially when you're making something like farmhouse-ish. It's fine. And now we're Mod Podging over our image, and I'm just starting with the sides to get all those little leaves down that I cut out. This turned out so cute, and I know I say it all the time, but seriously, I wish I had more room for this stuff, but I don't. Okay, so I got this ribbon from Walmart. You guys, the Walmart ribbon is on point right now. It's $2.34. Again, you guys, I have done bow tutorials before, so I don't think I go that slow, but there is a bow tutorial video. These are approximately, I believe it was 16 inches long. I start with 3 because I was like, you know, I want this big and fluffy, but you'll see, I changed my mind. So I fold them in half so that we know what the middle point of our ribbon piece is. Then I fold them on top of our middle piece. I'm gonna use 3 pieces here, and then I'm gonna scrunch them all up together, but not before making a middle piece for them. So the middle piece was about, I wanna say like 5 inches. And I'm just going to wrap it up and then hot glue it together, and you'll see it makes like a little tube right there. That is going to be the middle piece of our bow. So now I'm scrunching these all up. I got my zip tie over to the right. If you can see that, you can use any size you want. They have the white ones at Dollar Tree. I am getting the middle of it and I'm putting it through the tube around the bow. See how now we have a middle? I'm gonna fluff this out. These are wire ribbons from Walmart. I need to go get more, especially the orange color. It is so pretty. Okay, so fluff her out, and then I get her on, I don't know why, but like, I like big bows, but I don't know if I'm like a like that to me looked way too big for this sign. And then it fell apart anyways on that side, so again, everything happened for a reason. All right, so now we're just gonna do two. And this time, I'm gonna just go ahead and put some light hot glue on this and then close them up. That way I don't have to worry about it falling apart. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna scrunch them up together. I'm gonna get that middle piece of the bow again, get a new zip tie, and put that all together. And it turns out so much better. I mean, the first one wasn't ugly or anything. It was just way too big for this plate. Look at how cute. I'm so proud of myself with this bow because it just worked. Work it, work it. All right, fluffer, fluffer. And before you close off that tie, you can like manipulate your bow, kind of move it from side to side, whatever you want to do. So make sure before squeezing off that zip tie that you do that first. Now look at how cute. That is way better. Now I'm taking some box tails. Is it boxwood? Oh gosh. And look at you guys. I am sticking this right into the zip tie. You could have, I didn't know what I was going to use, but before even like pulling on your zip tie, we could have just fed these through at that point and stuck them in. But hey, this works too. Look at how cute, you guys. And that was so simple to do. I didn't have to hot glue all of the greenery. It's all one piece now. And then we're going to glue it and she's done. And she's cute. And there are tons of these round like wreath ones in that calendar. So here's another DIY. You guys, we got two more. I am bringing you the DIYs. Okay. So this is from Hobby Lobby, the scrapbook paper. And then you guys, this image is the bigger images that are on the left side of the back of the calendar. That is what this image is from. So I am just cutting this down into a perfect square so it's not all janky. And then we are going to use this, not this frame. I'm trying to figure out, do we want the green or the white? The green one, because I thought it was different. And I don't know, I really liked it, the green. So these you guys can get at Dollar Tree. They usually come out with different versions of them all the time. So I'm sure you have them in your craft stash. So I am taking the sticker off, taking the screws off. Now I'm momming it real quick because Baby Alive needed a diaper change. So we're going to take this apart. All you got to do is push these, you guys, and they come out fairly easy. And then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife because I'm going to show you right here. Look at all that glue. If you try to put the back onto that, it would not sit flush. It would kind of like pop out a little bit. So I go in with my X-Acto knife every time I take, there's a fly down here, you guys. I take these apart and I will clean them up right here and the back of the, like the part that I took out. I will also clean the sides up of glue from that too. So now we are going to measure this out. We're going to trace it and then we're going to cut it. All right, so I'm back. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so we're cutting that out. It should fit our square perfectly, and if not, we'll clean it up. So hot gluing our scrapbook paper to our square. Then gonna turn that around and cut any of the excess scrapbook paper off so we don't have to worry about it fitting back into our little frame. Okay, so she's gonna be done right now. Now we're gonna take this little middle piece. I'm not doing anything with it, you guys. I'm not painting it, nothing. Our little image fits perfectly on there. And all we're going to do, I really didn't even need to flip it. I don't know why I did that. But all we're gonna do now is hot glue the little dinosaur piece and put our image on there. Simple. This DIY is so easy, you guys. and you can use it with anything. And I'll show you too, you could even possibly like change this up or make it reversible. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back in the box. And do you see, I do not put glue because it fits perfectly. It's not falling out. And that's why I said maybe you could change it up by season. If you got like a couple of these and made different backs for them, then you can change it up. Just an idea. All right, and then just to add extra security on the back, I put the sawtooth hanger back on it. That way it's holding that little brown, like the backing, in its place. And I didn't have to add any glue to it. So, perfection. All right, this is our last DIY, you guys. Homegrown. And this one is from the farmer's market calendar. See, I only used one from that calendar, you guys. Okay, so this is one of the frames from Dollar Tree. I'm going to have to see what size that is. I am taking it apart, getting the jumbo popsicle sticks or craft sticks, I don't know what they're called, from Walmart. And I am going to use my cardboard to just measure this first one off. And you guys, this is the frame that is, it just says 4x6 Special Moments Memories Collection. It's the one where you could fit 3 of the 4x6s in there. It says 10.2 by 15.2 centimeters. So that's what the paper says. All right, so now that I measured that, I'm gonna cut this. Kind of go slow. I mean, you really have to anyways, but these are thin, so you might have like a couple snap on you, but I did pretty good with these. Now, every time I cut one, I do stick it in the frame to measure it to make sure that it fits properly in there. That way I don't go through all this and then have to keep going back and forth after I'm done cutting them. So you guys, we are going to do the same step with all of these crafter sticks. Now the little piece that you see, I just scarred that, and then I keep the bigger pieces because I figured, you know what? We could use those on a different DIY eventually. So put those in a Ziploc baggie. Now, I don't like that space there, and your girl was not about to cut one of these in half. So what I did was, let's just plank it and leave a little bit of space. All right. Now, we're using the back of this. We are painting it with black acrylic paint. And after that is done drying, then we are going to move on to the next step. Sometimes I feel like I'm taking you guys like through a maze here with my DIYs. Okay, so I am hot gluing these craft sticks and I'm sticking this back on. That way we just have one panel, you guys. It's all connected. We don't have to worry about those craft sticks moving anywhere because now they're all glued to this backing. Hello, isn't that awesome? All right, now we're gonna take our antique wax from Waverly, and I am just getting a chippy brush, going over it, not being neat whatsoever. I think it gives it a lot more like dimension and a wood look with how messy this is. And I'm all about that. And then I do take the heat gun to it to make it dry a little faster as well. You could also apply this antique wax with a cloth, with a sponge, whatever your heart desires you can use, but chippy brush worked for me. All right, let's move on to the next step here, which will probably be cutting this out. So just like I did with the other calendar pieces, I do try to be nice and neat with that because I'm like, maybe we could use the top part and the bottom part for another DIY later on. So I do save those, and then I cut all of my truck out. And now I'm just playing around here. I haven't stuck anything to my sign yet. And now we are going to Mod Podge. Don't ask me why I did it this way. You know, when you're like, you've done this a million times. Why? I should have Mod Podged the entire wood pieces first, then Mod Podged the image, and then done all that. Okay. Oh, all right. Hot mess by this point. Okay, so covering this all with Mod Podge. Then going over with our letters in Pumpkin by Waverly. And remember, you guys, I had all of those letters out because they have one letter in each pack at the Dollar Tree, so I have tons of them. All right, now I'm putting it in the frame because obviously the frame is going to add space on the side, so I didn't want to glue these letters on first before putting them back in the frame. So playing around with these, make sure to leave them in their spots, and then you're going to go one by one and hot glue your letters down. And you guys, that is it for this DIY. And this came out so cute, you guys. I absolutely love this. I did keep the frame black because I just felt like it tied it in with the tires and everything, and it just made the inside of this DIY pop. I ended up putting this below on my fireplace, and it looks so darn cute. I absolutely love it. So you guys, I hope this gave you guys tons of inspiration. There are so many possibilities with these calendars, and not even these calendars, you guys, any calendars that you find along the way. They are so much fun to work with. They're going to be fun to work with as the seasons go by, since they all are so different from each other. And I'm going to take you through a closer look of all of these to show you how they turned out as well. After I stop staring at this sign, though, then we will look. Okay, so here it is. This is just on like the floor of my fireplace, and he be looking cute. I love it. And then here is our Be Brave little one. This is so cute, you guys, and you could do this with any image on wood and it would look so adorable. Imagine cutting out like the middle of the quotes from the floral ones and putting that on a wood sign, and then putting your own saying in the middle. That would be cute too. All right. Now, does that look like you made that from the Dollar Tree? I don't think so. Not at all. Nobody would know. And our adorable, super adorable calendar. I love this. I love how it interchanges photos, so you can use it all year long and it would be super adorable. And there's all of our pieces in the back. All right, you guys, I feel like I just like to talk. So anyways, I hope you loved this video. I hope it inspired you to create some things with your calendars, not just the big pictures, but you can also use the back of them as well. And be positive, because I am hoping that they come out with more calendars for y'all, because we all love them, I know. I hope you guys have a good week, and as usual, I will see you back on Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.